Welcome back, boys.
Hi, Fran. All
Hi,
right.
Fran.
We were pre-chatting a little bit. I'm very curious. Uh, First of all, one of the things I wanted to ask you is, um, you have been coming to the United States for a couple of years now, and like getting to know the community and the trail running, um, yeah, like community of all levels. How do you compare the community here versus the community in Europe in terms of running with people and interacting with people and just like the aspect of the community? Like, this word that the people from the US love, like, oh, community, community.
Yes.
How would you compare that with like the European, you know,
Yeah, it's a very broad question. It's a huge topic, I think. Um, well, I guess it depends a little bit on what we define as a community. I think here, at least in some places that I've visited and that I've been to, community is a real thing. Sometimes we talk about community in Europe, but not in Europe. Like to me, sometimes it's not really a community where people come together and they don't necessarily have the same goals, but they feel part of something bigger. And I think mostly community refers to how much they care about the place they live in, and they want to grow this place, to improve this place, to make it better for people, for the environment, for everything. And I feel that a lot when I come here, especially related with trail running, because for a lot of people here, trail is just an excuse to go to beautiful places and run together for a long time. That's ultra running, I think, at its roots. Um, I think in Europe it's much more an individual activity, much more like a sport. People live it as a sport. Here it's more like a related to the outdoors and just being out in the nature, uh, like the outdoor lifestyle, and not necessarily with a competitive approach. Um, there's a ton of people who run without racing, and they go out on the trails every day. They train. Uh, they love spending time in the nature, but they're not necessarily competitive, which is something I love and I find very, very healthy as an approach to trail running. Um, yeah, so to me, I don't know. Each place that I visited, the community was a little bit different. And 2 years ago I was in Boulder. I was hanging out with you, and community was one thing. And then last year I went to Mammoth, and it was a little bit of another thing because Mammoth is different from Boulder. Boulder is a city. Mammoth is so much smaller. A lot of people combine running with skiing and snow sports, for example. Um, what I found similar also in Flagstaff, I think, is that there is the same love and care for the nature, the environment. So a lot of people actually, for example, do trail work and take care of the place where they go running, and they support it. They want to protect it. So I feel like that's, I don't know. It's very nice, and it's very positive, and it feels like something that can bring together people from different walks of life, different age, different backgrounds, and it's not something you see so commonly in Europe, actually.
and yeah, that's a deeper question answer. But like, what about like in a maybe in a more simple approach, like running with other athletes or like just training with people? Do you feel that you find yourself doing that more here than over there?
I mean, here in the US, I was lucky enough to always hang out with other athletes. something that I don't necessarily get to do at home. So yes, every trip here in the US has been a really nice excuse to train with other people. This year was gym. Last year was mainly with Rod and Tim Tollefson. 2 years ago it was with you and the Boulder boys. Yeah, just because I was really lucky to be, hosted by either one of them, or to live close by, or to, yeah, basically they were a little bit like my contact in every place that I went to.
Mm.
And at home, yes, I might train with other people sometimes. Typically, it's either Luca Del Piero or
Mm.
Roberto De Lorenzi, I would say. They live not too far from me. And then, of course, Rita and her brother.
Mm.
I do a lot of doubles with them because I normally do the first session, the bigger session in the morning, and then I might go for an afternoon shakeout or an easy run with them when they come back from work. So they are my teammate, they're my training
Mm.
partners. But yeah, it's a kind of a different vibe from what I find here, and that I get to train with other professional athletes. And yeah, there is maybe not a, like, sometimes we have different plans, and I'm perfectly aware that I have my own approach to training doesn't necessarily always overlap with the approach of other people. But in general, I'm pretty happy to adapt, and it's also a good way to ask yourself questions and learn from other people, and yeah, asking yourself why you do what you do, and maybe find ways to improve.
Nice.
Hope that answers your question. What do you think? I mean,
Yes.
you've experienced the same, especially in France, where I feel like trail running is obviously it's huge, but it has it has definitely a different vibe from what I find in Italy. But also now you've been
It's
in the US for over 2 years, so I
it's
guess you
really
can answer.
isolated. Yeah, it's really isolated. I think here people just love to run with people, and push each other and just train. Like if somebody comes to Boulder, it's like, hey, like, do you wanna go for a run? Like there is always that of people like coming through and like training. I ran with in the morning. I did a workout with Dan Green, which is 200 miler guy.
Yeah,
Surprisingly really good in like we were doing an uphill workout. I think he's fine that he has done 200 miles, but like if he shows up fresh for like a 100K, he will crash. Guy is so strong. Um, but like like just people that you don't know, but that you get to spend like a morning with. And I think that's very common here. It's a thing. Not so much in Europe, right? Like I think
right.
people maybe in Europe, like if so many people will go to NSC, all the Salomon team will go to NSC every year at least 2 times, and you will just see them on the trail. But like they are not like reaching out, like even athletes that like hey, like so it's like a totally different approach of how the community aspect works of training and running together. I found that interesting. Um, you know. but uh but it's fun, so it's different for sure. Here is more group uh focus, and maybe over there is more like isolated. Okay, so unless Max want to ask something, how has it been training and living with Jim? You are exposing all of Jim's secrets.
Yeah, I can give away a few secrets from Gene. No, it's been good. It was, yeah, a lot of fun. I think yeah, maybe our training programs didn't overlap as much as we wanted. Part of it is because Jim has been kind of fighting an injury at his knee, the same that has been bothering him since
Yeah.
like UTMB 2024, I guess, and then last year
Mm.
after Chianti. So he is running a lot on the treadmill. Actually, he's able to run outside, but not really doing workouts outside. Um, but for example, something very interesting was to see his approach to training with the treadmill, how accurate he can be with the data, and
Mm.
combining heart rate and lactate and grade adjusted pace on the treadmill. Very, it allows you to really accurately measure the effort. And he was crushing these double threshold workouts in the morning and the afternoon, and he usually had a
Okay, so
pizza
wait,
in
wait.
between.
Double T, double T. What is he doing for double threshold?
Typically he was doing, I think he was like 5 by 6 minutes in the morning uphill at different grades, and then 10 by 3 minutes in the afternoon.
5 by 6 in the morning and 10 by 3.
Yeah.
10 by 3, but that's more like a VO2.
No, it's more threshold. 30 minutes of work is you can do VO2, I think.
I feel like that's the
But it
concept
was
in the beginning.
controlled. Like it was not going all out. So
Yeah.
even his heart rate, it was like fairly low. Obviously, everybody has different heart rate.
Yeah.
But it was making sure that, lactate was low, ideally below 4. And, the whole effort was in control.
Measuring lactate
It was measuring lactate, yes. Not every rep, but I don't know, maybe
every yeah.
once or twice during the
Yeah,
workout.
yeah, like you made in you measure the first one to like contextualize, and then you
Mm-hmm.
measure like halfway.
And then something very interesting, it was that it was trying to build this chart uh, where you have different grades and different speeds, different paces on the treadmill,
Hmm.
and he was trying to fill in the chart with the grade adjusted pace provided by Strava to really
Hmm.
see what the effort translates for a flat workout. So it was running maybe, I don't know, 630 per mile at 8% for 3 minutes.
Hmm.
What is that? What is the equivalent on flat? So it's
Hmm.
like filling a huge chart with numbers
Hmm.
and paces, and yeah, it's quite interesting. And I
Yeah,
feel
trying
like,
to make
yeah,
no, just trying to make an equivalent, like basically like yeah,
exactly,
a progression.
exactly,
Um, all
which is
right, so
very
double
convenient, I
T's.
think. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I was doing a lot of these double T days, especially, yeah, the first couple of weeks I was there. It was doing one every other day, so pretty intense.
So basically, like
It did
Monday,
like,
double T, Tuesday, easy, Wednesday, double T, Thursday, easy, Friday, double T, and then the weekend, maybe some long runs.
yeah, he did a long run with me on the Black Canyon course, and that was the only day he didn't do double T, but he went back to double T a couple of days after.
Oh man,
Uh, yeah, I
that's
was
how
doing
you
like
lose fitness.
a focused double T block for like 10 or 12 days, and then taking a longer recovery with more easy days and even some rest. But those were big weeks. Like it was for the double T days, I think he was doing 22, 23, 24 miles, and then on his easy
Wow.
day, he was doing 18 to 20 miles
Yeah.
usually. So
That's
it's
a
pretty
lot,
intense.
for sure. Yeah.
Yes, and the pace he
Um,
was running is pretty crazy.
yeah.
Yeah. It's at altitude, and yeah, it's 7,000 feet, and I guess over 7,000, and yeah, paces were quite fast.
And these double T's were all on the treadmill.
Yeah, all on the treadmill. I think he would love to go outside, but for now he's yeah, he just has to be really careful with his knee, and
But the thing there is like the impact. Why? I mean, it feels like he's doing a lot on the treadmill. It's mostly because he wants to like avoid, I don't know, anything specifically that could potentially happen running outside.
I think um, he wants to avoid some grades that his knee like that
Yeah.
put more stress on his knee, either uphill or downhill. So yeah, I think on the treadmill, basically,
You
you
can
have
control everything,
more control,
basically.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
over
yeah.
everything.
And of course, like you don't need to go down the mountain. You can just go
Exactly.
up
Yes.
forever. Yeah.
Yes.
The
Yeah, but I don't want to give away too many secrets.
no,
I
this
mean,
is
this is what I
enough.
saw, but
Yeah.
it's
This is
really
enough.
interesting. But yeah,
I mean, but
then of
everybody.
course
I mean,
it's gym.
everybody's doing double threshold too, so it's not like a big secret for anyone.
No, it's not a big secret. I'm not doing double threshold actually. I think my training system is a little bit different, but it's very interesting how you can really progress and do these big days, and it seems quite effective. He said that last year when he ran Chianti, he probably saw his best numbers on his workouts, and he was pretty much doing the same as he was doing recently. So
It looks like it worked for them.
for me, it would be hard to translate that into like an actual effort on the trails, because number one thing, what about the downhills? Like I feel like I need to train my quads and all the eccentric load that you put when you run downhill. And it's not like you're not doing that, because on easy days you're still running up and down, but you're not going hard like in workouts. And second is that running on a trail is very different, because it's technical, it's rocky, there's more variety. And I understand that treadmill is ideal for training, but I think I would be very uncomfortable just going from the treadmill that is so like the foot landing is always the same, and it's just very controlled, to outside that you have all kinds of trails and surfaces.
And we know he's not doing canyons, back canyon at the end.
No.
Sadly. I was
Yes.
hoping to see you guys race each other.
Yeah, I think everybody was. Yeah.
Your boy has to get into Western State though. How is he
Yes.
gonna make that happen? Because all the Americans are saying that he's gonna win that thing. He still has to get in.
I know. Yeah, I'll have to find a way. But I
What
think
a
now
challenge.
it doesn't want to
Risk it.
do like last year, where he ran Chianti, obviously got the golden ticket, but then he wasn't able to run Western States. So if like he doesn't want to
Yeah, make the same mistakes. Yeah.
make the same mistake, and like basically not achieve the big goal in order to achieve the smaller one.
Totally, man, totally. That's the thing about Western State. And also that's the thing with the American season. Like, what do you think about it? It's so early. It's crazy how well, you're living it now because you're here. It's like freaking February, running so much. Like the people they are running so much in so early in the year that like I did it last year and I was like, by I had a break in the middle because we had our kid, but like. I can't imagine myself like training hard, like a lot and hard since January, and then trying to stretch that all the way to like September, for like a UTMB show up. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess for a lot of people whose focus is Western States, basically their horizon is at the end of June, so they're not really thinking what happens next. And if they can run at UTMB or at another race, that's a bonus, but it's not necessarily planned right now. But yes, the season starts really early, and we are like athletes are encouraged to get really fit really early, like January, February, March. I feel like we're almost racing all year round now, which is fun, but also I think poses some questions about how sustainable that is. But I guess each athlete can draw its conclusions.
Totally,
Yeah.
totally. How do you feel like training, like having this like early season on you, like in your body and in your mind, like
Yeah. To me, it's not something different than I've done in the past, because I used to open my season with cross country, and now, yes, of course it's different. I'm opening my season with a 100K trail race, but my training hasn't changed that much since I was
Oh,
running cross country actually.
I, I was gonna say you tend to run through the winter too, so it's not like you're doing a schema or anything. So on that
Yes,
sense, you you're normally running like January and February anyways.
yes, exactly. And I feel like, yeah, it's it's quite easy to get pretty fit in a couple of months after you restart training after the off season. So I figured I'd use that fitness to run a race or do something. And I think what I want to do differently from last year, that basically it was a similar season opener, because I ran the Transgran Canaria
yeah.
marathon. It was the end of February, so I think just a week after the Black Canyons date. But my calendar was a lot more packed with races. I ended up doing 8 races last year, and I felt like I was constantly racing, and
Yeah.
not short races, but some. I ran 200K, 150 mile, and all the rest was 50K or lower distance. But that felt like a little bit unsustainable in the long term. So I think this year I can't afford to have such a packed calendar with so many races. Um, but yes, I will not race as often, but probably my season will be just as long. So for now, only 2 races in the calendar actually, Black Canyon and Western States. I will most likely do something in between, uh, for sure in Europe. I don't want to travel too much. So ideally April or May, I will do another race on a shorter distance, maybe 50 to 60K. And then there's a big question mark after Western States, because
Mm.
being my first experience on the distance, I think I want to see how I do, and then I want to make sure I properly plan some recovery.
Mm. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, yeah, you don't know how your body's gonna react. Um, that's nice. And that's exciting. Um,
What are you planning, boy? Boulder boy.
Me,
Yes.
I'm doing my classic uh, calendar. What if you have to guess what's my classic calendar? Where will you be?
Lavaredo.
Lavaredo and UTMB, man. That's my
Yes.
plan. That's all.
Yeah? Are you
That's
serious?
that's what I. Yeah,
So you will be back in Europe?
yeah.
Or
So, well,
you're planning to spend
um,
the summer in Europe?
no, no, the whole summer. No, we can't. I will. I wish, but Kirsten have to work here, and our boy have to go to the daycare, so we can't just. At least for now. But so I'm planning on doing Gorge Waterfall, which
Oh,
is
nice.
a very American 100K, very
Yes.
American. Um,
I love
and
Portland.
then yeah, I
The
and it's a
gorge
nice
is
area.
beautiful. Yes.
Yeah, right. I mean, I have been to the area, but like not to where
I
this
ran
race is.
there the first day of the Hoka Athlete Summit. We actually went to the gorge for like a, I don't know, 15-mile run. It was
Nice.
really nice.
Um, so that's the plan, dude.
I
I'm just
guess.
easing into things, just like I'm trying to mix the American fast running with my uphill. And what you were saying about gym, I wasn't doing double T's, but I have been doing 3 T's by week a week. So like Like we will be like Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. I will do like threshold and then maybe like a long run, but like not much volume, but a lot of focus on the engine and fitness. So I can see what Jim is doing. A different scale for sure. I do a lot of steep uphill. Um, but that's the plan. That's the plan. Um, it's gonna be
Cool.
entertaining. It's gonna be fun because, I think Drew and Seth are planning on doing a gorge, so that's gonna be fun. Um, Seth is really strong right now, really strong. He's always, but he's really strong. So that's gonna be, I don't know, it's exciting. It's gonna be fun to see what happened. But you are racing this weekend. That's the most important part. So you're racing this weekend. You're racing some teammates,
Right.
right?
Yes.
Like Hans, the
Hans,
kid.
the kid. Yes.
You're racing the kid.
I raced him last
Uh,
year at Canyons. Yeah. But
well,
this
yeah,
year
but
we're
that was
teammates.
Right,
before.
right, right. Yeah.
Yeah, but
He
that
wasn't a teammate though.
it wasn't a teammate. Yeah, he was on.
And he's gone a long way since then. He's won JFK last year with a course record.
Uh-uh.
Uh,
No, he didn't set the course records. I'm sorry.
or
Second
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 fastest.
fastest
Yeah.
time.
Right.
Yeah,
after
David
David.
Sinclair. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. All right.
But still,
So
is
and then
a
here,
super fast time, like faster than Hayden and Jim, for example.
yeah, crazy man, crazy faster than everybody but David.
Yeah.
Fast
Hey,
enough.
A lot of people
you
have run that race.
you already ran almost all of the course from this weekend, Fran?
I only ran the last 50K. I will keep the surprise for the
Okay.
first 50K, which people tell me that it's faster than the first half. Um, yeah, I hope.
But it's crazy.
What is crazy?
Is the first 50K is not it's net downhill,
It's
but
not downhill.
it's very twisty,
Yes.
very twisty. It's actually a little technical in some sections. You're like, it's like how is these people running 330 per K in this technical piece of trail? It's crazy. Some sections, not all of it, but some sections are much more technical than what you would expect for the
Yes.
for the speed. But that's gonna be a lot of fun. Okay, so you're racing the kid. Who else are you racing?
I think the athletes I'm watching the most are Eli Hemming.
Hmm.
Obviously, I've raced him many, many times, and he's super strong. And I think once he nails the 100K distance, he will totally crush it because he has
Yeah.
the engine. He has just
Yeah.
um, it's just not being able to go the distance. Basically, I don't know if the problem is more nutrition or
Mm.
endurance or durability or whatever, but basically he ran Black Canyon last year and he faded a little bit I think it was the last 20 miles,
Mm.
and CCC he struggled a little bit in the second half, but yeah, if he's well prepared, I think he is for sure one to watch. And then Anthony Costales, just because he's so fast and he's won the race before. He beat Tom
Yeah.
Evans on the course in
Yeah.
2023, I think.
Yeah.
So you never know how that guy is going to to show up. And
Anthony Gonzalez is so
he's so
so
strong.
good.
You can
Yeah.
never rule him out.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Salt
Yeah.
Lake City boy, shout out. He's extremely good. And not
Yes.
many people have him on his watch list, but like,
Oh no, I do for sure.
yeah. All right,
And
so we
then yeah,
have
I think there's a lot of other people, Stephen Kirsch and Trayson Knob, uh, Kenyon Woodward.
the
I don't
kid.
remember. Yeah, the kid, of course.
Um,
What do you think about the documentary, The Kid? Have you watched it?
I watched the first 15 minutes and then I had to leave. I have to do something else and I haven't watched it.
Okay, Max.
No. Did you watch it,
It's
Max?
it's it's been on my watch list for 8 months now. Yeah, I
I think
haven't
you're
watched
frozen.
Max is frozen.
Max
Have
is
you guys seen
frozen.
it?
No, did you watch it, Frank?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I try to follow Hans YouTube. It's interesting sometimes, and I don't know, just a way to discover the person behind the athlete.
Yeah, totally. Are you there, Max? I think Max internet is like
Yeah.
not great. Um, and yeah, so it's gonna be crazy. And the 50K also is gonna be.
Yes, the 50K is super interesting too.
We're sending Kate, we're sending Jesh, we're sending Seth. You know, that's gonna be.
I'm excited to see them, to watch them.
Yeah, and it's good because it's Sunday, so you can go and like expectate the race.
Yes, if I'm
It's great.
not too destroyed.
You get some Chipotle and you're gonna be fine.
Hell yes.
You know,
Hopefully.
it's
I
uh,
don't
it's,
know.
it's
The perspective of suffering so much during a race is always a bit scary. I guess it's part of the experience, and this is just what we do. But knowing that you're going to suffer so much, it's a little bit intimidating every time.
totally
You don't
should be.
think? Don't think
Well,
so?
that's why. Yeah, that's why. Like you have to choose your races. I don't know. Like I don't think that like it's possible just to suffer in every single race. You know.
For sure.
That's why I race less. I love training, but I can't be racing all the time because like I don't know. Like I and as I get older, I find it harder to get going to the wall for longer. You know, like be engaged on that state. Are you back, Max?
Yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear me. Yeah.
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 Have you watched the
No, I
kid?
was saying that it's been sitting in my watch list for like 8, 9 months, and I haven't gone to actually watch it. But yeah, I will. I
You
will be.
should.
I've
You
heard
should.
I've heard mixed comments
I'm
on it.
curious
So
to hear what you think.
I
Let's put
really
it that
I
way.
really need to let's make a pact next part. I will have watched it so we can comment on it for sure. Yeah, I have seen a few of his YouTube videos though. So I do. I guess I know I get the vibe, but yeah, I guess that movie is a little bit different.
Yeah, it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
You know, the kid is moving to Boulder, Moy.
Well, that's unsure. I hear rumors because he was talking to some of the
Yeah.
boys. He wasn't sure about Boulder or Golden or he was like, but
Okay,
Colorado.
but yeah, in the area for sure.
Yeah. Well, but Boulder is Boulder. Everything else, no, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I was like running with Dan in the morning, and Dan was like, I wish I had this at home. And I was like, well, do you have to move? But it's so expensive.
Where does he live?
He live in, I want to say West Virginia. He lives like
East.
in a, yeah, like it's like it's much more affordable. It's nice. It's chill. It's hot.
Well,
Like
Hans
in the
lives
south.
in Georgia, so
Sure.
not where you would expect
Yeah, but
a
when you
world
get
class
this
run to be from.
when you get the Hoka salary, you can move to Boulder, no problem.
I don't know
No,
about that, but
no problem. You can buy Boulder.
oh yes, for sure. Hopefully.
Fran, I was as you were mentioning at the beginning. I think that basically the last 3 years you have been doing these training camps. First Boulder, then Mammoth last year, and this time Flagstaff slash Arizona. Like it's a hard question, but like which one would you consider to be like a permanent one in the rotation?
Oh wow. I guess they're all a bit different. Mammoth is maybe the most alpine of all three. Um, Especially, I mean, in the winter, it's super snowy, it's cold, and you can't really run the trails in Mammoth. You have to go at a lower elevation or go on flat, like in the desert. Um, and then Boulder is a city, like it's big. It's like the place itself is different from Flagstaff and from Mammoth. Uh, there is all kinds of trails and roads and gravel, and like the access to the outdoors is incredible, and the community is really big. One thing I was a bit surprised was that like so many athletes live in Boulder, but it's not like you see many of them when you're out running. Like everybody is kind of a little bit on his own, or like on with their little training group, like the Boulder Boys, or other training groups, um, which happens a little bit in Flagstaff too. Like yeah, maybe I was able to train with a few like a few more people, um, but then yeah, there are a lot of established training groups that do things on their own, and yeah, Flagstaff is for the type of training that I normally do is super nice, and the mountains are smaller. You have the San Francisco peaks, where you can do some elevation and Eldon, but yeah, mountains are not as big as in Mammoth or near Boulder, but yes, there is the trail network is incredible, and you can always go to Sedona, for example, when it's cold. Sedona is this place at 5,000 feet basically, and it has a lot of good running on the rocks, the slabs, and trails are quite technical, I would say. So it's pretty fun. I could not choose
Yeah.
the best. Like
Each one has its
each one
own
has
uniqueness.
exactly. But yeah, I can totally say that every time I had a great experience for different reasons.
Yeah, no, definitely hard to choose in between those.
Have you been to Flagstaff?
No, I've been wanting to actually,
Moi?
but I've never. Yeah, more for sure.
Yeah, I went 10 years ago and I did the Flagstaff Sky Race.
Oh, cool.
And then I did the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
Only rim to the bottom and back. No rim to rim to rim. Maybe this year I will go back. I think some friends are talking about like going for like a training Western State training camp, and I would just go like, hang out and do my own training for Laredo. It's cool. It's smaller. I mean, probably it's bigger now. But it's cool,
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
probably bigger than what it was 10 years ago, but
Yeah.
yes.
It's such I mean, I guess the thing is like these are three places that like they have in common a lot of good trail access, a lot of uh good communities, but also like you can do everything by foot or on a bike, you know? But like for example, where you are now in Phoenix or on that area, it's crazy, man. You have to drive everywhere.
Yeah, I guess I'm outside of Phoenix, so I don't feel like I'm in the city. I'm
Okay.
actually near Cave Creek State Park. That is really nice. The trail access
Yeah.
is very good. They actually did. Arvaipa just put up a race here. It's called the Elephant Mountain
Yeah.
50K. It was last week. Um, but yeah, it's obviously different. It's hilly and not in the
Yeah.
mountains. It's low elevation.
But it's also like a totally different like that's more like the US, you know. These towns are
This
like
is the US, yes.
these towns are more like a bubble within the US. Are you staying with like the Hoka team or just on your own or
No, everybody's on their own. So yeah, I booked this Airbnb, and Jim and Jess will be coming down to
no?
help me with crewing.
Oh, they're gonna be your crew.
Yes, and
Wow. You're bringing guns to a knife fight.
then Leo from California is also coming.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
yeah,
Wow.
to see me. He's actually running Cocodona, so the excuse was to help me with the race and then go scout the course a little bit.
Look at that guy. Yeah, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
so he will do that after the race. And then Jim's brother is actually racing the 50K on Sunday, so Jim and Jess will crew him as well, and
Nice.
I will watch the race.
Nice, nice, nice. All right, so but you have a palace for yourself right now.
Exactly.
Not
it's
bad. The king.
it's kind of intimidating to be here, and everything is empty, at
Yeah,
night, in a
it's
place that
good.
I
No
don't know.
worries. The coyotes won't get in.
I saw 5 yesterday, last night.
They're
A
crazy,
family
man.
of 5 coyotes.
Um,
Don't approach.
Fran, I have a question. Like, are you looking to try anything new or experiment this weekend, considering Western states later in the year, or you're doing your usual stuff for everything?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think I want to be open to new solutions, new options, and not necessarily stick to what's always worked for me because I'm in a new environment. So, for example, normally I don't take salt caps or electrolytes during a race, but since it's so warm and dry here, it might be a good idea to have some at some point during the race. So it will be a backup solution, but I think it's important to consider different scenarios and potentially try new things, even if it might be the first time on race day that I try something new. Yes, because obviously racing here is different from racing in Europe, from the experience I had at Canyons last year. Canyons was extremely cold and rainy last year. I think the temperatures are supposed to drop a little bit for this weekend, so the forecast is for I think between 6 and 17 degrees at Black Canyon City on Saturday, which hopefully will feel quite nice. But you never know with the sun exposure, and it can always change. So I don't know. I'm also open to trying some cooling systems if necessary, like ice or even just cold water at aid stations. We'll see, depending on the conditions that we find on Saturday.
Yeah. I think the second half gets hot.
The second half is tricky because
Mm.
it's never really flat. It's twisty. It has so many turns and dumps and dips. You look at the elevation profile and it looks quite easy, and then you go around the course and it's not easy. Also because you have these like stupid grades that you go for, maybe 3 or 4K at 4%, and you do like 150 meter of elevation, which normally in Europe you would do in less than 1 kilometer. So it's like I don't know. It's different from what I'm used to,
It,
I guess.
it's uncomfortable,
It's uncomfortable. Yes, that's the right
you
word.
know? It's really uncomfortable because also your heart rate is kind of always up because you have like you don't
You don't
have
have
like
enough
okay
time on the downhill to relax and to open the stride and to lower the heart rate because the downhills are quite short. Um, I'm
yeah.
talking about the second half. And there is always some kind of thing to pay attention to. You can never really relax. That's the challenge that I found.
Yeah, I mean it's fun, but it's so uncomfortable. Different to yeah things that you may be used to in European races. Nonetheless, it's really fun, and I hope that you are like toe to toe with people so we can see racing. I'm gonna be watching the live stream probably. I was planning on going, but I think I won't be able to.
Okay.
Um, um, because we're like next week we're going to Chile, you
Oh,
know.
nice.
So going to see Max, going to see the family, but and we just moved apartments. So we like it's not even finished. Like it's
How's the
like
new house?
it's great. It's
Is
great.
it?
It's just in front of the creek, so I get to see the Flatirons and everything from here.
Oh, cool. So is it still
Yeah,
close to the center? Because your old
yeah,
house was super nice,
yeah.
super close
This is
to
even
Perth
yeah.
Street.
This is maybe a little closer. Yeah, you're gonna like it.
Nice.
Yeah, no, it's a good spot. And it's yeah, but we like with the logistics and stuff. It's hard. What are you planning on taking in terms of sodium? Because there is a whole conversation about sodium, like
I
how
wasn't
much to
aware.
take. Yeah, there is a thing to measure your sodium, which actually Max have mine right now. I hope he hasn't lost it. Um, like there's a whole thing. So what are you planning on that?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I was telling Max that normally I don't take electrolytes or sodium during a race, but for this race, it might be a good idea. So I think I will have some backup solutions for some aid stations and see how I feel. Hopefully, it's not too late um, when I feel the need to take something.
Well, I don't think so because even though it's warm, I don't think this race is hotter or warmer than like CCC. CCC can get pretty warm.
Yes.
So, and you have being able to put up 10 hours of effort at CCC. Here, you're maybe like aiming for like a 7 hour, 20 minutes effort. So it's like certainly you can hold it. But yeah, like I think it's a good idea to have some sodium around, I
Yeah.
guess.
We'll see.
Um, yeah, that's interesting. Max, do you have anything you would like to ask about no, maybe not just about the race, but
No, I mean, no, I think everything it's should be about the race, considering it's only a few days away, and then yeah, just like after that, we still have a bunch of time for Western states to get the main dish, I guess. You know.
that's
Yeah.
the plan, friend. Like whatever doesn't work and all of the lessons from here, just like troubleshoot for states.
Yes, I think for states, there has to be a balance between the training that I'm used to and trying new solutions and implementing new things into my training because obviously
Yeah.
it's a different race. I mean, everybody is telling me that it's a different race. I've never tried it. Um, so yeah, I don't want to be stubborn and stupid and not listen, especially to people who have a lot of experience with the race. So for sure, I will have to think about heat training and cooling solutions and all that stuff and how to implement it into my training. That said, I think I don't want to completely change the way I've prepared other races. So I think it's more like integrating new systems and new solutions into my training system than
Mm,
completely disrupting what I normally do.
mm, totally. I mean, as long as Rita let you install a sauna in the house, it's all good. Should I talk to her?
No, I think Rita is open to Asana. I just need to, yeah, so find some money and then I guess install it.
Yeah, I think well, or have a gym there you go.
Yes, the problem is our gyms normally don't have sauna. Like they
And
they have
that's
they
a
only have
U.S.
the
thing.
weight room and the
Yeah.
cardio room and then nothing else.
Mm.
Yeah, the gyms with sauna and steam room and everything is like a US thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
I find something.
I don't know. Yeah,
And
well,
worst
ooh,
case scenario, you can always do hot baths after
yeah,
sessions or
yeah.
heat training with heat suit,
layers, suits,
layers,
Yeah,
and all of
totally.
that. I think, personally, I mean, I don't know. I'd have to try, but train like active heat training. So like training with a heat suit while you're doing a physical activity like cycling or running on the treadmill. To me, it feels very boring and also very taxing for the body. It's
Mm.
probably very easy to overdo and to overstress your body. So right now, I'm maybe more in favor for passive heat
Mm.
training.
Yeah.
But then I will have to see and potentially track some data to actually see how I'm responding and if
Mm.
it's actually giving
doing
me any
anything. Yeah.
benefit. Yes. So
Yeah.
maybe it's also an excuse to train with more data and trying to understand this data and see where I where I can get.
Yeah. Maybe. I mean, yeah. I don't. I'm like everything. Like, I think it's easy also to get like a bunch, like really. You can do it simple or you can overcomplicate it, like everything.
Yes.
Something that I did also in the past for a very hot race in Mexico, I would like close myself in the bathroom with a one of these cheap sauna heaters that like they just create like steam, and I will track my heart rate and I will just stay at a steady power on the bike. I think it was only like 150 watts, and I will do like j- just stay, and over time the heart rate will increase, and when it hit like 160 I will stop, and that was like 40 minutes, and then was 50 minutes, and then was 1 hour, you know,
Cool. Yeah.
like over time I will just able to tolerate more. And when I went to the race I didn't feel hot even though it was really hot, so
Nice.
I don't know.
Yes, and it's also like learning to be uncomfortable
Mm,
and still,
yeah.
you know, keep running.
That's the thing, I'm breathing the hot air. And when do you head back to Italia?
Italia, 2 days after Black Canyon, so
Monday,
Monday
Tuesday.
next week.
Are you?
Will you be able to get, get to see some Olympics when you're back?
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
Yeah, most likely. Yes, not in person. I'm not planning to go to any Olympic venue, but yeah, I'm following the Olympics for sure. I
I
have
am
a
too.
little bit of mixed feelings because I think it's always like this with such big events, but seeing it happen in front of our eyes and knowing what's behind the organization and sometimes the disasters that they did
Mm.
and the public money and everything, the infrastructure,
Mm.
it's a little bit controversial, I think, and it's not like what you see on television or on social media. We know more the behind the scene because we live there.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
And then, yeah, I hope the event is amazing for the athletes. They deserve all the attention and all the eyes for
mm.
what they're doing. But then there is also a different side that I feel like I can't really ignore. So for me, these Olympic Games brings some mixed feelings, I guess.
They're close
And
to
I'm
home
a
for
little bit
you.
critical.
Yeah. No, you
Yeah,
have to. It makes sense. You have to be, You have to. What is
yeah.
like, what is something that for you is hard to swallow in like the organization
For
side?
me is that so the local communities weren't involved in the decisions. There were so many claims about being environmentally sustainable, but the event is totally not sustainable.
Mm.
Um, yeah, they just use a ton of public money, and this money, like basically, the benefit of these Olympics will only be for a small number of investors and not for the community. Uh, and for these mountain towns, I think it's more important to ensure that the people have a better quality of life instead of putting on an event that only lasts 2 weeks that the local community is not involved and that will almost entirely benefit someone else. So
Mm.
I don't know. I guess it's a problem related with the size of the event, with the fact that the organization of such a big event is very complex and involves a ton of political decisions and private and public money. So I don't know. It's just how it is.
Well, I hear you, man. I hear you. We can speak more about it too. It's
Yeah,
important to
and I'm
express
not saying
yourself,
it's
you know?
only happening in Italy. Probably for Paris it was the same. For
Yeah.
other Olympic Games it was similar, but seeing it happen in front of our eyes, and actually for this Olympic there was a ton of media that actually covered the behind the scene, so
Mm,
everybody knows what's behind.
mm,
Um, Maybe just struck a little bit differently.
mm. Of course, it's close to home.
Yes.
Um, well, man, we're gonna be following you this weekend, and then we should do a catch up once you're settled back in
Yeah,
Italia,
let's do it.
you know?
So we can recap the Olympics.
We can recap we we can recap
How's
like
Chile doing? Who is Chile sending?
Probably
Chile.
like two guys, probably
Two guys.
or three. Yeah, no,
The,
I should know, but no, definitely a very very small contingent.
these are the rich kids Olympic, man. Like Latin American countries have no
Yeah,
business on it. We don't have
Yeah,
the infrastructure. We don't have the snow. We don't
yeah, that's
have
another
the
thing. Like
exposure.
to me, the winter sports feel quite exclusive and not really accessible by a lot of people. So I have mixed feelings about that too.
But it has always been like that, so it's
Yes,
fine. It's just how it is. For us, the Winter Olympics are just something fun to watch on TV.
but
But
maybe
like
it's even
the
becoming more exclusive with global warming and the fact that prices are getting just more expensive and you have to travel farther to ski or to
Mhm. Yeah,
so.
well,
But yeah, I
it's
hear
not
you.
but like there is not like emotional involvement from like Latin American countries. It's just like
Yes.
like for I something that I learned in the US is that people call this the Winter Olympic, and then the other one, the Olympics, they call them the Summer Olympics. For us, it's just the Olympics. The Summer Olympics, like we don't have to add summer to
Yes.
the
The
name.
Olympics is the Olympics.
It's the Olympics. The Summer Olympics is kind of like, oh, the Summer Olympics. And no, it's just the Olympics. The other
Yes.
one is like the Rich Olympics. That should be the name. Anyways,
Yes.
I have been enjoying it though. I enjoy a bunch of like different sports and like the speed skating. I find it fascinating. So much power and VO2 max just like being like it's just crazy.
I mean, I like cross country skiing. I
Oh
know
yeah, well
quite a lot of people.
that is also like so good to see.
Yes.
So I think three things can be true at the same time. Like it's entertaining, a lot of
Yes.
amazing athletes, maybe a little bit corrupt on the backstage, and also like it's just for certain segment of the population, you know,
Right.
to simplify things. Anyways, dude, good luck this weekend, Fran. We're gonna be
yeah.
following, cheering, uh, Madness, Madai, all the every all the Madai, and
Brings it
just
back.
just break the scatula of everybody.
Okay, I will try.
Yeah,
Yeah, it will
just
be very exciting to follow, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Goal is to
we-
run hard, have fun, always.
yeah.
Thanks,
run
guys.
hard and run hard and then run harder.
Yes. Thank you for the support, guys. And yeah, see you soon.
Peace, Frank. Good luck, man.
Yeah,
All the
have
love.
fun out there.
Thanks.
A little bit of fun.